This video is sponsored by Skillshare. In this video, I want to share with you niches that are always popular and profitable and always will be. So if you're struggling to find a niche that you can be sure is going to be around for a while, then keep watching. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I think niches are one of the most common pain points for people and the thing that I see people needing help with the most often, and not just with publishing books, but with any online business. It's also the place where I see people procrastinate the most and what holds them back from ever getting started, because we all want the perfect niche. We all want to know ahead of time before putting in any of the hard work, the effort, the time, that this niche is the one, that it's going to be successful and it's going to be profitable. That search for the perfect niche and the fear of the unknown of whether that niche is actually going to work is what holds a lot of people back. But at some point, you just have to pick one and go for it. There are some niches out there that have always done well and always will do well, which can increase your chances of having success. These niches spread across all different industries. So even if you are watching this video and you don't publish books, or you don't want to publish books and you'd rather do something else, like maybe you want to start a blog or an e-commerce store or a digital product business or something like that, these niches never fail and they can be applied to anything. The reality is, if you want to succeed in any business, you need to go where the odds will be in your favor. Now, I'm not saying this is the only way to do it or that there's no room for new products or new ideas. If you have an idea for a product, niche, or market that's new and untested, then go for it, because you never know if you never try. And if it's something you really want to do, you should just give it a go. But if you just want to create a product or a book with a proven market and increase your chances of succeeding, rather than trying to come up with an idea that nobody has done before or nobody has come up with yet and hoping that there are customers for it, instead find out what people are already buying and create a product that fills that need. Most likely, if something isn't being done already, it's not because nobody has thought of it before, but probably that people have tried it and it failed because there wasn't a market for it. There are niches that are not based around trends or seasons or phases that customers go through and that have been around since long before the internet was ever invented. There are some niches commonly known as the big three, which will forever be popular and in demand. These niches are health, wealth, and relationships. Let's take a look at each one a little deeper, and hopefully it will spark some ideas in you for how you can create books to publish in these niches. First up, health. Most commonly, the health niche revolves around weight loss and fitness, but encompasses health overall, including medical complaints people want cured, ways to look younger, how to achieve better mental health, specific diets to make people feel healthier and feel better, self-improvement. The list is endless, and customers are willing to pay to get their hands on anything that is going to help them achieve their version of health. Literally every country in the world, every demographic in the world is interested in the health niche. So the amount of people you have to target to is incredibly large. But how does this translate into books? This will depend on what kind of books you want to publish, meaning, do you want to publish high content or low content books? I will give some examples for both. I'd like to take a moment in this video to thank my longtime partner over at Skillshare, who is the sponsor of today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes and members across 150 different countries. It's a place for people like me who love learning and getting inspired to be creative. I talk a lot about publishing books that are somehow unique and different to the others that are already out there to help give you a competitive advantage in the low content book space. But it can be hard coming up with original ideas. A class that I've taken recently is the Creative Toolkit, 6 Techniques to Spark Original Ideas, run by Esteban Gast, to help me learn how to come up with new original ideas when creating books in popular niches. Because Skillshare is specifically curated for learning, it is ad-free, which is great for productivity with no distractions, and new premium classes are always being added. Skillshare has a great offer for the first 1,000 people. To use the link down in the description box below, and if you do, you will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. This trial gives access to the complete library of classes so you can learn something new today. Okay, let's get back to the video. For the high content book category, well, there is just so much opportunity within this niche. You could be publishing books on specific diets like gluten-free, Atkins diet, carnivore diet, vegan diet, sugar-free diet, diets that exclude some sort of allergen like nuts or detoxing, or you could be creating books with fitness and exercise programs in them, or books to help people with their mental health. But if you are more interested in publishing low content books, there are also lots of different books that you can create around some health topics. I'm just heading over to Amazon and we're just going to have a look at the book category, and we'll just scroll down to the health, fitness and dieting section. This is going to bring up all sorts of books, high content and low content. Now, the health section of books on Amazon is huge. If you have chosen a niche but you're unsure what kind of book you want to publish yet, my first step is to just browse the Amazon store. I just go into the main niche that I'm interested in, and then I just scroll through, see what books are there and what topics they are on, and just make notes of the ones that I find I'm interested in and want to research further. This can take a while, but it's a great way to find popular sub-niches. Let me show you what I mean. So now we're in the health, fitness and dieting section of books. You can see here there are even more categories you can drill down to, but first of all, I usually just have a quick browse through here and see what topics these books are about. So we've got this one here, Science of Art and Longevity, so things that you can do to help extend your life as long as possible. We have a book about habits. We have a book about trying to heal trauma in the body. Another book about how to live the longest, healthiest life that you can. We have How to Live a Good Life. We've got a Met-Flex diet. We have a pregnancy book. This is to do with mental health, to do with dieting or fasting. Another mental health type of book. This one is also sort of like a self-improvement, self-health type of book. A book about gut healing, glucose, balancing your blood sugar type of diet. And so you can see how many different types of books you can have under the health category. From there, what we can do is drill down even further. So let's say that you are interested in creating a book about diets, or maybe you want to create a book with exercise and fitness plans in it, or if you're interested in mental health. So let's take a look at the mental health section. And I basically just look for books that are pretty clear from the title on what they're about. One of the best sellers there is a self-love workbook for women, setting boundaries, becoming a good parent. I would feel that's more to do with relationships, but we've got another journal, a guided prompt journal, behavior therapy, a self-discovery workbook. And so without spending too much time doing this, because I'm just showing you some examples, that's basically what you just do, is you sit and you go through and we look at what books are selling, what books are popular, what different topics are there under this big niche of this overarching niche of health, and what am I interested in? What do I think I can make a good book in? What topic do I think I can make a good book in? And you just go from there, and you sort of just note down what you think is interesting and a niche that you possibly want to research further, and then obviously dive deeper into those niches. And then in terms of low content book examples, we have logbooks to track weight loss or fitness goals. We have prompted journals or guided journals to help with mental health, coloring books to help encourage mindfulness, puzzle books to help increase brain activity, logbooks to help track medication use, and that's just to name a few. So there is a lot of high content books as well as low content books that can be published under that big, broad health niche. The next big niche is wealth. Most people's lives revolve around making money. Let's face it, we can't do a lot in life without money. Some people don't need much of it. Some people want a lot of it, or at least a lot more than what they currently have. Money has always been a very important part of life, and it always will be. And it's something else that people don't want to wait for. They want it now. And if there is something out there that will help them get it quick, like a book that can teach them how to get money quick, then they'll buy it. The wealth niche can be broken down into topics like budgeting, investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, saving, making money online, building a business, manifesting money, and there's so much more. And the nice thing is with the wealth niche, there is always new opportunities forming, since the world of finance, investing, currency, etc. is always changing. Let's take a look at some examples of high content books first that revolve around money and wealth. So again, we are just in the books category on Amazon, and we are looking for something to do with money. So here we have business and money. Let's have a look what's under here. So we've got the psychology of money. So maybe something around mindset and our mindset around money. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a very popular book in the wealth category, who teaches people how to change their mindset around money. Think and Grow Rich, which is the same as Rich Dad Poor Dad and what Rich Dad Poor Dad was based upon. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, another popular book, which is just all about your mindset and habits. So from here, we can drill down further. So depending on what kind of a money topic that you're interested in, if you are interested in something like personal finance, for example, let's take a look through personal finance. And you don't even have to be interested in these topics. If you just want to go through each topic and just get an idea of what books are in there. So if you find a topic that you didn't know anything about, then you might find that you can create a book in this category. One here, How to Grow Your Small Business, a 6-step plan to help your business take off. I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Money Makeover, Die with Zero, Getting All You Can from Money in Your Life, 2 Weeks Notice, Finding the Courage to Quit Your Job. So you can see here the type of books that are under personal finance, and obviously there are a lot more different categories under wealth. And low content books are very popular in the wealth niche as well. We can publish books to help people track their finances and budgeting, journals to help cultivate a mindset around increasing wealth, business planners, books to help manage online or manage small business. And the next big 3 niche is relationships. I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain why relationships are so important to people. It's something that has been important to humans from the beginning of time and will continue to be important to us forever. We have so many different important relationships in our lives, and we want them all to be good and meaningful to us. And there are so many opportunities within the relationship niche because they can sometimes be so hard to navigate. You can publish books around topics ranging from dating, which can also be drilled down even further into dating for straight couples, for gay couples, dating within certain religions, for divorced couples, and so on, to topics on communication in your relationships, fixing or strengthening your relationship with parents or between a parent and a child, people trying to get through divorces. Let's take a quick browse through Amazon to see if we can come up with even more topics within this niche. Okay, so if we go over to here, we can see parenting and relationships. So parenting is obviously a big one, a big topic under the relationship niche. And one of the best sellers here is Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. There's a pregnancy book again. We saw that one earlier. The New Science of Adult Attachment, 5 Love Languages, another book to do with babies and mums, The Whole Brain Child for Nurturing Your Child's Developing Mind, a guide to becoming the parent you want to be. So far, the parenting topic seems to be extremely large within the relationship niche. I think everybody wants to be the best parent that they can be, so a lot of people want help with that. And then we can see here under the parenting relationships, we've got further topics into adoption, aging parents, babysitting, daycare and childcare, disabilities, hyperactivity, family activities, family health, family relationships, fertility, humor, marriage and adult relationships, parenting, pregnancy and childbirth. And even into those topics, there'll be even more that we can drill down to even further. And then if we are looking at low content books within the relationship niche, let's have a think about what kind of books would be suitable. There are some really popular ones in this niche, like these journals that you give to family members to complete, and they fill these out and it gives a bit of a story about their lives that they can then pass on to their families. So their families can learn all about them and perhaps learn some things they never knew about that particular family member, or it's something that they can leave behind, a nice keepsake for their family after they've passed away. We have baby logbooks or baby memory books. Wedding planners are also very popular. There are relationship journals where couples answer questions about their relationship. There are books that have pages where a person can fill out reasons why they love another person. We have journals with prompts to help someone discover why they act the way they act in certain relationships. And obviously there are a lot more low content books that are suitable for the relationship niche. Of course, there are other niches that are going to perform well. I'm not saying if you publish books or sell products outside of these niches, you are not going to make money or you're not going to have success. There are niches that you can still do really well in and that will perform well over time. But these 3 that we have talked about today, health, wealth, and relationships, are the core 3 niches that have always performed well and will always perform well, no matter what industry, no matter what business, and even with the ever-changing landscape of the internet and how we do business, there will always be a place in our lives for these 3 niches, and they are always going to be some of the most important things to human beings. I hope that this has helped with helping you in choosing a niche to publish books in, and maybe even has given you some ideas on the kinds of books that you do want to be making going forward, or perhaps some books or niches that you do want to research for going forward now that we have talked about these niches. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.